Hey everybody, sorry for the technical difficulties. We're traveling on our way back home. Welcome back to the Northwest Georgia High School Football Scoreboard Show. I actually have not had a chance to compile any scores yet. So if you got any scores for me, I'll flash the games that was in our area. Some of these games won't be played till tomorrow, but we'll get it going. I'll share the link on the Twitter pages as well if anybody wants to join us. DJ.
Hey, let me let me hop on and help you.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get everything together here.
Uh, Fannin County beat Bremen 45-14.
Hold on one second, really.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Yeah, I accidentally closed out the previous one, so I had to create another show, start it back up. I'll have to send the links out to everybody.
I was looking at it. And I was like, everything good?
Yeah.
Tell me when you're ready. I can tell you some of the two-way scores.
Alrighty. We know Haralson County uh, defeated Chattooga 34-7.
Fannin beat Bremen 45-14.
Yeah, big win for Fannin. I saw that Fannin was pulling away. I just you said 14 was the final.
Yeah, 45-14.
Pretty sure I just saw a missed call from Mr. Tim Towle, so he'll probably be
Joined them.
well. Hopefully he'll join you. But
Her,
I would say he's pumped. Big
yeah,
victory.
sure. Heard County beat Dade 32-28.
And I think Dade was leading going into the
Yes. And
fourth.
Dade was leading 28-27. Heard County scored with like 2 minutes left to take the lead.
Man. Sounds like it was a great game.
Yeah, so was the Callaway Pepperell game.
What was the final you said on that Dade game?
It was 32-28, Heard County.
$32-28.
And then the Callaway Pepperell game was 29-22. Callaway was up, if I'm not mistaken, 21-0 at one time. Pepperell fought all the way back, turned the ball over with less than 3 minutes to go in the game.
Wow.
So, I mean, that was a great game. As we know, Bowden don't play until tomorrow.
The Bremen final.
It's 45-14.
Every time click on. Boy, when a computer acts up, it really wants to act up.
I'm about to say it acts up hard.
I normally have my ducks in a row before I hop on here. If you want to talk about the game that we were both at, give us a little rundown of it. Go right ahead.
I'll give you if you want this 1-3A score right quick, I'll give you it right quick while I'm at it.
All right, what you got?
Otney County beat Adairsville 29-22.
And I believe Adairsville was up like 22 to
Yes,
something early.
Adairsville was up, I think, by 2 scores at one point. And then Ringwood's up 130-21 versus Hart County. Um,
So Ringo won.
yeah, they were down too. They won 30-21.
Big win for Ringo there.
Yeah, they will take on Thomas. Monroe area beat North Murray 58-14.
Yeah, I heard that. I think Monroe area is favored to win it all in 3A. That's a super tough draw for North Murray.
My big surprise of the night was Stevenson County beating Rockmart 27-13.
You know, me and I'm not going to say we picked them to lose, but me and Lawrence both thought that had potential to be a upset special, I guess you'd say.
Yeah. Central got beat.
Let's see here. What was the Stevens and Rockmart score? Did you say?
It was. Let me get back to the bracket. It was 27-13 Stevenson.
You know, I'm not sure, but I did see last week where Rockmart's quarterback was out. I'm not sure if he made it back for this week or not, and that would play a huge
Yeah,
huge.
that would have been a big difference. Big difference. Central got beat by Riverdale 49-28.
49, 28. 28?
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, a lot of points for Central. I mean, I didn't expect them to score that many. To be honest with you,
I
do you
wonder.
have a Heritage and Luella score?
Yes. Luella won 20-13.
Another close game. That was at Luella, was it not? Or was that at Heritage?
No, it was at Heritage, I think.
That's what I thought. Heritage was the 2 seed.
Let's see who else. Oh, Cedartown.
Should be big.
They won 55-14 over Hampton.
Yeah, because when I drove by Cedartown High School, it was emptying out.
I don't have a score for the Northwest Whitfield game. I'm gonna try to go to their website and see if it has one.
I probably could pull it right here. It looks like Northwest defeated Fayette County 36-33 is what I have.
36-33. All right.
So that's another big win for a local school.
Yeah, that's a huge win. Cass. Do we cover Cass? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Cass got beat 42-9.
St. Pius is definitely a tough school, tough draw for Cass.
Yeah.
I think I seen where Cartersville. Yeah, Cartersville big, 51-0.
Okay, they beat them.
Yeah, 51-0 over Lithonia.
Okay, for some reason, whoever put it on the Max Prep bracket, they have Cartersville losing 59-10.
I have 51-0 Cartersville is what I have on this end.
Gotcha.
I don't know what they're thinking.
That's what it has. Lithonia winning and moving on to face Warner Robins.
That will be corrected quickly. Calhoun with a 35-21 win over Decatur.
Yeah.
So
with a 40.
Calhoun will move on.
Villa won big.
And let's see here, Blessed Trinity with a 41-20 win over
Southwest.
Southwest DeKalb. So that's 3 out of 4 for Region 7 5A. And if I'm not mistaken, here in a little bit we'll be able to pull up our next round matches. But right now we'll just get these scores in.
Villa Rica. Do we cover Villa Rica or no?
I don't have them on here, but I mean I could put them down if we. Let's see here. Let's see what we don't have.
Rome. I don't have the score to the Rome's game. Oh, they don't play
Saturday night. Yep.
Yep. Rome and Carrollton play Saturday.
Yeah, all the big 5A schools will be. 6A schools will be Saturday night. I think I've got everything. Let's see here. See if I'm missing anything. Yeah, heard and date. I didn't put it down.
32-28, I do believe, is what I said.
I believe Lawrence was at that game. Maybe he'll give us a little insight on what happened. And I know for a fact that Charles Israels was there because I seen him post a picture.
Yeah, I think
Charles was definitely there.
Rayburn won big, 63-14.
Yeah, Rayburn County. That.
Do you know? Did you hear? You know about Cedar Grove, of course, don't you?
Yeah, I know they're.
Helston County scrimmaged them in this fall before the season started, and when both teams took varsity out, Helston County was 14-14 with them, and they beat whoever they played tonight 79-0. They beat White County 79-0.
I think the day final was 32-27.
32. Yeah, look, I said 28, didn't I?
It's fine. Let's see what some of the comments are here. Right here, Seth Reese went off tonight against Bremen. What expected him to pass all over the place. Fannin dominated. Shout out to 7AA. They made 5AA work. No sweep.
Yeah, they wasn't a sweep all night.
And Jake Keller says, raise your hand if you had Rockmart losing, Sandy Creek losing to Dawson County, and Hart County losing to Ringo. You should go to Cherokee Casino tomorrow. We don't condone gambling, but it's a fun place. And here's the answer to our question earlier. Neither QB or JoJo Haynes played for Rockmart. So that you're playing with both hands tied behind your back. That's not good. That wasn't good. I hate to see that though. Come playoff time, really when you need your 100%.
Yeah, and I think that's what helped Helston County tonight. They had 100%, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Harrelson was just, from what I watched, it was just too physical on line scrimmage. Really could do what they wanted as far as like getting 3, 4, 5 yards and then busting the. I think he had a 55-yarder and a couple 30-yarders, and it was just too much offense. Defense was good too. Defense was in the backfield most of the night. There was one drive, I think, the best drive that Chattooga had all night was after the half. I think they come out just motivated, and then after that drive, it kind of fizzled out again.
Yeah, but both of them right there in the third quarter had struggles. It was a turnover after a turnover after a turnover after a turnover.
Yeah.
And Coach Peavy talked about it. I don't think I tweeted that out actually. I'll have to tweet.
Actually, I sent him a link, so we might see something from him. You never know.
He was talking about it after the game. I don't think I tweeted it out, but he said that this time of year you just can't make those mistakes. So, in that area, like you were saying, both teams they played really good football. And even though, and I think it comes down to like you were saying, Chattooga's a great football team. They just got out physical.
Yeah,
I guess you could say. I mean,
and that's kind of what we expected coming in. I mean, that's what everybody that I spoke to expected.
you know, I think the main thing was early in the game, Chattooga was able to stop Harrison County for 1, 2, 3 yard gains,
Yeah,
and then the linebacker core got hit really, really hard a few plays back to back to back. And those 1, 2, 3 play drives turned into 30, 40, 55, 70 yard runs. Because
I mean, most people when you talk Harrison County, you talk Clay High. Now, don't get me wrong, he was a force, but when you can hand it off to another guy and he can get around the corner and give you big time yards and number 14 had some punishing runs. I mean, him and there were some collisions tonight. I'll tell you that there was some
yeah,
fun collisions.
you
Uh,
had
how about right off the rip opening kickoff, we kick it to you and Burdick shows up,
yeah,
shows that he's there and just I don't know who he hit, but I mean he clocked him and the ball went flying. We're like, oh my god, get on it.
yeah, and he hit Wesley Cole, and Wesley's the number 21 that you was talking about could get around the edge and just
Yeah,
so and Wesley, he's a great athlete as well. JoJo and Caden's number 14. He's just a sophomore. Um, he's a real physical runner. JoJo's a real physical runner. JoJo was 25, the one that would bounce off of everybody. So,
yeah, yeah,
um, and then you had the two big dogs up front, 77 Eli Selman, who was in and out, and then the tight end 87 Riley Bell, who also played defense. So, I mean, in all tonight, it came down to just being out physical, just
yeah,
just getting it wore them down because right there at the beginning they held tough, and then lick after lick after lick, Harrison County feeds on that energy, feeds on the making people tap out, and I'm not gonna say Chattooga tapped out, but they didn't. It went from them liking to be hit to them not wanting to be hit so much.
yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
But
Man, it's a long drive from Trenton to R. Murchie.
hey, you're
No, it's about what, an hour maybe.
About an hour and a half, man.
hey, you're
I
not
could be in
growing.
Trenton in 42 minutes.
Really? Shoot, I tried to take your shortcut through Galesville and Fort Payne. Took me 2.5 hours, man, because there was an accident on 59.
Galesville and Fort Payne. What are you talking about? You,
I went.
You took the wrong.
yeah, you definitely didn't go the right way. That's if you're coming from Heard County, brother.
No, well, I had to take my son to his grandmother's house in Coosa, so I was already over on that side anyway.
Okay. Well, that makes sense
Yeah,
then.
so I cruised over there and went by the canyon and up Fort Payne, got on 59. Daggum truck had jackknifed in the center of the highway, and I was stuck there for an hour.
Man, that stinks. The best way from Coosa would have probably been go to Gillsville and probably hit, I think it's 35 and go across. But anyway,
Yeah, Harrison will play Northeast in the next round.
That's going to be a heck of a game, man.
Yeah, they got on their side of the bracket. It's them versus Northeast, Columbia versus Swainsboro. Swainsboro is another 1 seed. They're 9-2 with the win tonight.
Charles.
I was going to talk about
How we
Dayton.
doing?
I was going to talk about Dayton Hurd, but I'll let Charles take it away. Maybe if he didn't get taken away.
He blacked out on us. There he
There
is.
he is.
Y'all there?
Yeah.
How about
You
that
must
game?
still be in Trenton. You ain't got no service.
Yeah, he said he was going to the hotel. He's going to stream from the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
They probably got some 1.5 G's up there in Trenton. No, man, that was a heck of a game, though. Probably the best high school game I've seen this year. Charles, you with us?
Yeah, had some technical difficulties.
How about
Yeah,
that game, man?
Lawrence was just saying it was a heck of a game.
Yeah, I was wondering if Lawrence could hear after all my cowbells and stuff. Yeah, it was an exciting game. Had me real nervous there towards the end. But we were able to pull it out. Isaiah O'Neal just kind of took over the game there at the end of the game and made some good catches and good runs after the catch and just refused to lose here in the first round on his senior year.
Yeah, I had a long trip home, man, to think about every play in that game, and I think the one that stands out was that 3rd and 15 with about 5 minutes to go that they converted.
Yep.
That was huge.
It was. But it was an exciting game. I mean, Dade definitely came out to play. We had trouble getting their guys down to the ground throughout the game. But they definitely put up a heck of a fight and a heck of a scare. It looked like they were going to end up taking that game towards the end.
Yeah, especially when they picked off that pass on that 3rd and goal with about 6.5 minutes to go. I thought it was theirs to win right there.
Yeah, that was very disheartening, but it we were able to pull it out. So then we got a long drive next week, the opposite direction, play Thomasville.
Yeah, the top team in the
Not
state,
easy.
according to Cal Preps, the top team in the state.
Yeah, and I can't really argue that. We were down there about 4 years ago. That was a tough ball game. But that was back when we had some D1 players like Emory Jones and Aaron Beasley on our team. So
yeah, I'm just seeing some of these scores for the first time tonight, man. I got to give a shout out if y'all hadn't already to 7-2A, man, because they really held their own tonight against 5.
Yeah, we went 3-1 though.
Yeah, you guys went 3-1, man. But those were close ones, you know.
It was not pretty. Even Coach Peavy, before I did my interview with him, I was telling him some of the score. He said, "What?" and he was like, "I did tell her they was going to win, but I didn't know it was going to be that close." And he did shout out Pepperell and said Pepperell put it together right there at the end. They had a really good ball game. So, and I know Pepperell had a chance to, I think, tied it. Ended up turning it over. So, shout out to DJ Rogers and them. They had a great season, and really, really pulled it in really close versus a good Callaway team.
In Fannin, man, I couldn't believe that Fannin score when I saw that one. I think the last score I saw was 21-7.
Yeah, and they ended up winning 45-14.
Yeah, I was looking at.
Hats off to Fannin on that one.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the comments over here, and I guess Seth Reese must have went crazy tonight, huh?
That's what they said. They said he threw the ball a lot tonight.
I talked to one of the people from Bremen, and he said that they really just beat themselves with penalties and turnovers tonight. And Fannin just executed when we gave them the opportunity.
That's the thing about Fannin, and Hurd tonight too. I don't think Hurd turned the ball over but one time, right? I mean, you play teams like that, man. You can't turn the ball over.
Harrison County got lucky with that. Chattooga. I'm not putting nothing down on Chattooga. Chattooga has a great, but Harrison County had way too many turnovers than what they should have. And Coach Bohan, I'm not Coach Bohan. I was talking about him earlier. My bad. Coach Peavy, he said at the end of the game, like me and Mr. Brigg there was talking about a minute ago. In the third quarter, I think it was three straight possessions from both teams where it resulted in a fumble and a recovery from the other team. So, this time in the playoffs, and House County, they really haven't been known to turn over the ball that much at all this year. So, to see 4 turnovers in a playoff state at home, Coach Peavy said, it's not scary, but it needs to be fixed fast.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, they can't do that next week or they'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Who's Harrelson got next week?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Northeast Macon. I think they're ranked number 9.
Yeah, they host Northeast Macon because Northeast was a 2 seed. They beat Cook, who was a 3 seed, and Harrison County is a 1 seed. So they'll host them. They beat Cook. I think it was 42-20 something.
42-22.
Yeah.
And Fannin will host Fitzgerald in the second round.
That's going to be a really good matchup right there.
Who's Callaway got?
Callaway will have Bleckley County.
That's going to be
okay.
Bleckley's ranked number 3, I think. So that's going to be a tough draw for Callaway.
Hey, to go on Blakely though, Blakely was down 16-6 for the longest time. They did not score. They did not score until the fourth quarter. They did not score another touchdown until the fourth quarter. They was down 16-6 in the fourth quarter when I looked at it leaving the game.
I want to make mention 6 AAA here. Adairsville was up on Oconee County, had a real good shot at pulling a quote unquote upset. Ended up losing 29-22.
Yeah.
Ringo with a big win over Hart County, 30-21.
Yeah. That surprised a lot of people right there, I think.
Yeah, they'll face Thompson in the second round, and I'm not sure what seed they were. They were probably a 1 seed. I would have
Thompson?
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
Another big one here. Sandy Creek fell to Dawson County tonight. That was interesting to see. Monroe area just shows why they're
so dominant.
Yeah, number 1 team, 58-14 over North Murray.
Thompson was the 1 seed. They went 10-0 on the year.
Trivia question for you guys: if you follow stats, who do you think let's see if I can get this right, touchdowns per carry champ is here in Northwest Georgia? Most touchdowns, least amount of carries. I tell you, he had 3 tonight on 5 carries in the first half. He's got he has 19 touchdowns this year on 41 carries.
I think I know the answer to this because I think somebody talked about it the other day, but I can't remember.
Hold on, what regions? I mean, what classification? What classification?
That'd be easy, man. That'd be easy. I'm gonna tell you that the team that he plays for was up 49-0 tonight at halftime.
Ouch.
Well, it's probably Cartersville's. Is it somebody from Cartersville?
Nope. No. Harlem Diamond from Cedartown.
Cedartown. Yeah, we talked about that just the other day. I think that's why I should have known that. Let's see here. Stevens County did upset Rockmart.
27-13.
But we also found out that neither QB or JoJo Haynes played for Rockmart, so that's
yeah. They'll be fighting mad. They'll be fighting mad next year when they play Charles's Braves down there.
Yep. Jake Keller says Bremen and Rockmart basically switching spots.
Yep.
There's Jake with the answer. Harlem Diamond. Harlem Diamond.
Somebody asked me that tonight. They asked me, what I think about next year, with Bremen and Rockmart switching regions. And I was like, it's kind of hard to tell. I said, you got no doubt 4 teams that could, technically all 5 teams could be in the playoff picture any given week. So, to me, I don't know. Of course, Harrison County loses Clay Hyatt and some key people in the backfield and offensive linemen, but we've seen it year in and year out. Every team has that backup. So that region next year is going to be pretty interesting. I feel like I don't think there's going to be a team like Carrollton County come out undefeated next year.
How many guys does Hurd have coming back next year, Charles? Does Hurd have a pretty good core coming back?
We're losing a lot of that offensive line. That's probably what's going to hurt us the most. And Isaiah O'Neal and bench. But we've got a large 10th grade class. I don't think we're going to replace all that size that we got on the offensive line, but we got a lot of kids playing and getting quality playing time that are in 10th grade. Our 10th grade class is our biggest class of the team, followed by the seniors, and then we got the juniors.
Hey, so, 13 coming back.
Do what?
Number 13 coming back?
No, he graduated.
I'm gonna say he was a really good athlete. I didn't know.
He was incredible tonight, man.
I want to give a quick shout out to Northwest Whitfield. They beat Fayette County now 36-33. That had to be a battle.
Yeah. They says it is the first time in the history of the school that they've made it to second round back-to-back years.
And they play a very good Bainbridge team in the second round.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, man? How about them Fannin County Rebels?
Well,
how about the whole class, man? How about 7-2A in general tonight?
7AA showed out tonight, man.
Yep.
We went 1-3, but we did battle.
I mean, for real, a big surprise. But man, I got to share a message. I've been approached by somebody.
Oh boy.
Mr. Reese's dad ain't happy. Reese's dad ain't happy. I told him I'd tell everybody that.
What is he not happy about? Is he like the Rome fans? We can't talk about nobody else.
Hey, I don't think it's just as much as this. It's just like, how has Fannin County not been ranked? I think that's the whole question: is how in the world.
I understand that we don't do rankings.
I know you guys don't, but it's just like, and I'm to the point now where it's like, what else do we have to do? We have. I mean, obviously, we laid an egg against the Norval, but look at us now, man. We're a good football team.
Yeah, I actually thought about that on the drive home tonight. I was going to say that the rankings don't mean anything right now, but I think Fannin will be in the top 10 when the new Cal Prep ratings come out.
Yeah, I think so. Just good night for 7AA. Honestly, going 1-3, but it's a great night to be a Fannin County Rebel. There was a lot of people, including myself, that thought this was going to be a dogfight. We thought, I was thinking, a 7 to 10 point game. I felt like Fannin was going to win.
Yeah.
I did not think Fannin was going to win 45-14, and the last touchdown came in late, but a good night for Fannin County for sure.
Speaking of 7-2A, we got Coach Poston on. How about it, Coach?
Hey, how y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, rough night tonight. We feel like our kids should have won the football game. And just if I'd have made a one different call at the end of the game there, we had stopped them. I thought the kid had got the first down because the way I was behind him on the play. And actually, it was going to be 4th and 4. And I was looking at the official arguing my case, and I could have declined the penalty and made them punt. And I took the penalty, and they had like 3rd and, I don't know, a mile, 25, something like that. And that kid threw a perfect ball in perfect coverage. I don't even – hats off to that boy for making a play. But I feel like, my seniors deserve me to make a better decision right there in that point of the game. So, I don't know. But our kids played their butts off, and I don't ever want to hear anybody in the state say that 7AA can't play with 5AA.
That's right, Coach.
I like it.
Coach, just coming from a Fannin County Rebel, it was – man, we were all pulling for you tonight. We were watching, keeping up with the scores, and Just proud of y'all guys, man. So proud of y'all. What a year for Dade County.
I appreciate it. I can't say enough about our kids and the fact that they won't lay down against anybody. It don't matter. I know it sounds stupid. I mean, when you look, and you look it on the outside, but I feel like our kids when we started the season, we didn't feel like we should lose a football game to anybody, and I feel like they played that way. The games that we lost, we fought in every one of them. I think we kind of got put down over there by Chattooga that night, but I felt like Chattooga they were up for that football game, and we went into it with the wrong kid dinged up, and then when Rowan knocked Caden out of the game in the second quarter, it was like we had no bullets left. So, and when you got Lester and Hester over there, holy crap, that's a tough deal. But hats off to what Heard County did tonight. Their kid never quit either. That number 6 that dude's a load, man. That's a sophomore that's 6 foot. Good God Almighty! Where do you get those kids? I don't know.
Where you get those kids, Charles? Charles is a Heard County guy.
Yeah. Hey, hats off to those dudes, man.
Hey, I helped. He was on the rec ball team with my son, and he was my height then at 12 and under.
I
was like, good grief.
I told Coach Laster when I walked out on the field tonight that several of his kids were above the height requirement to play. So, but I guess Fannin won tonight, so that's good.
I tell you what, Coach, you got to be proud of the way the home team turned out. The home fans turned out, man. It was a great atmosphere there tonight.
Our community, they've been itching for this for a long time. So, here's the thing, guys. I mean, last year we went 2-8, and I had people every week talking about what a great ball game it is, and I'm like, we lost, and they're like, yeah, but y'all sure did throw the ball a lot. So I figured out last year. I told our coaches, I said, we don't have to win any football games. We just throw it. They'll be happy. So, Lord, I don't know.
Yeah. I told Coach a couple of weeks ago, I texted him and told him that he needed to run for mayor up there in Trenton, man, because everybody loves him right now.
I don't know. They may not love me after that call tonight.
I think they will, and I think you've upped the expectations of everybody in Dade County, and going forward, I think it's going to be tough to get a win in Trenton.
Well, I grew up here, and we were always told you can't beat the schools in Rome, and you can't win this, and you can't win that, and I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but I refuse to accept that. And I told our kids, like Dade County kids don't have to be second to anybody. You don't have to lay down to nobody. You don't have to be nobody's homecoming game every year. It's okay, for you to go whip somebody else's butt, and a lot of these kids wrestle. And I've been like Cody Williams and those boys, and I've had those boys in wrestling, and they were 6th grade, and not that I'm the greatest wrestling coach. I had an assistant coach that was 10 times better wrestling coach than me, but I've watched those kids grow, and they learn to not be afraid of anybody, and that made the difference stepping on football. Because I felt like last year we went down to Pepperell, and we were afraid because the name across the chest, and then Fannin came into town and whipped the dog crap out of us, and it's like that was the goal at the time, was to make sure we competed in those games with those teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak up to kind of what you were saying. Is I speak on it all the time from my standpoint, and we had the same situation. My senior year we went 3-7 and Coach Peavy came in there and did the same thing. It's a whole culture change.
Yeah.
And that makes the biggest difference out of any football program, and Brenton can talk about it, when he got there. I mean, there was just so many fans there. And it takes the community buying in, and it takes the players wanting to be better. And it goes the same thing that you was talking about. Coach Peavy came in and drew the map on the board and said, hey, here's Heard County, here's Callaway, here's Bremen, here's Temple, here. Why is there a black hole around Haralson County saying that you cannot win?
Yeah.
I don't think there's no hole there. Y'all should be able to win. And, now going on 4 straight years into the playoffs. So I completely understand what you're saying. It's a total change of how you play football, I guess you could say.
And Coach, I think that's what's so special about you and Coach Cheatham is you guys are, hometown guys. You understand what the community wants. You understand those players. You understand the families. You understand the culture. And, I'm going to tell you, you've for somebody from Fannin County, I'm going to say this. I drag one to Dade County next year if we're back in 7AA, that is, which I hope we are.
Well, I hope y'all are back in 7AA. I mean,
but what I'm saying is, man, you have done so much with that program, man, and it's from afar, we were pulling for you guys so hard tonight. We really were. We announced the score, I guess, 10 times over the stadium tonight. We were all pulling for you guys, but man, hang in there, and we're pulling for you guys. We really are, and it's good to see. Good to see.
I appreciate it. I mean, it hurts, but I promise you, we ain't gonna quit working. That wouldn't be third monkey mentality, baby. So I had you a shirt over there, Lawrence, but I didn't see you. I put 2 in all.
Yeah, I had planned to talk to you after the game if you won, but I figured, hey, it was tough loss.
I was on suicide watch there for a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna head on, man.
I appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I learned tonight, though, man. It gave me even more respect for Dade. I'm kind of a Dade fan anyway, but any school that names their stadium after a water boy, hey, man, that's special,
Today was Magic's birthday too, and he had told them all he wanted for his birthday was a playoff game, and those I might cry, but those boys love Magic, and they sang him happy birthday today, with the pregame meal, and they cut up with him every day, and Magic started when I was in school. He was a year or 2 ahead of me. And he's been there ever since. And, his mama will tell you that the only thing that keeps him going is being able to come down there and be around us and those kids. And we got him a gator last year, and, man, he loves that thing. I think we're going to have to put his name on there, Magic Wagon or something. But Magic is special. And the kids may not even appreciate just how special it is to spend time with him till, 10 years down the road. You know how when you're young, you don't even realize that kind of thing. But, yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah, I had the fans up there telling me all kinds of stories about it, man. It's impressive,
Yeah, he's been there for – I guarantee you. I mean, he was there when these kids like Cody Williams and Isaac Pangle and those guys, their daddies were on the team in 99 that was good, so he was their water guy. He's been everybody's water guy. So he was my water guy. So, yeah, Magic's something else.
Well, thanks, Coach, for joining us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for all that you guys do for, covering football. And, the kids love it. They tune in every week. And I know David Cole had on his one of the kids showed me the Snapchat where you guys were talking, I guess, on the playoff show this past week, or talking about the playoff matchups, and it said Dade County's got to get the ball to David Cole. He put that on his snap story. And I texted him, I said, "Hell, they ain't wrong, David. I know."
I guess I gave him a little extra step in that first quarter when he scored that 75-yard touchdown, huh?
So I mean, he never ran that fast.
Never, man. He took off, man. He was gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, he's a special player.
He's back next year too, right? He's
back next year. Brody Cooper's back next year. I mean, Brody Cooper, from not having played football since middle school and then coming out this year. First of all, you're talking about a kid who, he hit a couple game-winning shots in basketball. He's a shooter. You know what I mean? He's the guy you want the ball in his hand when the game's on the line, and he doesn't get rattled. And he got better and better as the year went on. There were times when he would hold the ball a little bit because he didn't want to make the big mistake, and then towards the end of the year, he started seeing the field real well. And I just think he's going to be something else next year, man. That the way he makes plays with his feet, and he's a smart kid. So
that's what I was about to say. I think the thing that's impressive about him is his feet.
Yeah, I mean, whole another year.
He got rushed a ton tonight, man, but he was able to use those feet and scramble out to the outside. And
yeah, he did a great job for us, and I'm glad he's back. I wish I could have one more year with Cody and Isaac and Caden Cooper and Brody Swader and those guys, Dakota Whitmore. And I feel like I really hate that the last game they played in is a game that I made the biggest dumb decision that I think I've made all year. That's gonna haunt me for a long time.
In the grand scheme of things, they should have stopped on 3rd and 15 anyway. So you can't.
Well, that's what everybody kept telling me, but that don't make it feel any better,
It's always them little details that always get you, no matter what it is. Whether it's
Don't be
kidding. That's what I preach to the kids about all the time, about paying attention. And then my dumb butt's not paying attention on when it been 4th and 4 and they were running the punt team out. My dumb butt's declining a penalty. That's what I get on them about. That's what I harp on them about. And then I'm not paying attention and don't get the job done. So I don't know. That's going to haunt me a while. But how did Chattooga and the Harrelson thing?
Well,
I see DJ leaning forward. So I know who won the game, but I just want to know how well Chattooga fought and everything. Listen, Rowan Burdick, one of my favorite kids ever.
Hands down.
Yeah. Clay Hyatt's something else too. Now we see him in wrestling too. So
he's let me see. I sent Rowan. I sent Rowan a follow request on Twitter, because I tweeted out and all I said was 22 because I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
Well, then somebody commented and said, "I see you," and I followed him. Because I was like, dang, I'm going to need to give this kid credit because all night he was just laying the lumber. Me and Brent were talking about it earlier. The first kickoff, he goes down and lays a lick on one of the Harrison County.
The ball goes flying.
Pops the ball out and everything.
Well, that's what, he knocked Caden Cooper, almost unconscious over in that game at Chattooga. And he was like, Caden jumped back up, so I thought he was fine, but he didn't even know where he was. So, Rowan is he'll hit you, son. He will hit you, and he's fun as crap. If you ever ran him on a wrestling match at a wrestling tournament or something, he's funny. He's fun to hang out with, and I don't know. I love that kid. I'm gonna miss watching him play football.
Yeah, Chattooga had. Me and Britton talked about it already, but Chattooga was a good team.
Yeah.
Charles can tell you this. It's just hard to stay in the ability to fight with somebody as physical as Harrison County and the way they do stuff up front. It's hard to take a pounding, play in and play out, and be able to stay in there and take them licks. And and there was a time in the third quarter, Charles can tell you this because Charles heard it a minute ago. Harrison County rarely makes any mistakes. They pride on making other teams make mistakes. Yeah. And Harrison had a third quarter that was the worst quarter they've had all year. They had back-to-back turnovers on a drive. So
wow.
And Clay fumbled, Wesley fumbled, and JoJo fumbled. That's three of their main players right there all fumbled. And I don't mean to shout them out or nothing like that because they all played very good. But, them are guys that don't usually make mistakes. And those are kids that are hard-nosed, that like to put their nose up in there and hit somebody. JoJo was bouncing off tacklers all night. Clay ran right up the middle, hit 4 people, and then bounced it to the outside and took it 55 yards for a touchdown.
Yep. There was no secret. There was no secret to what was coming. I had I got a big zoom lens, and I was zoomed all the way in, and I still had everybody on the offense for Harrison County because they were all in a bunch. And, they're all just right up the gut.
Well, they don't hide it, and they don't have to hide it. That's what makes it so amazing to watch. I've watched them on tape a couple of times. Just where the ball's going every play. There's no guessing whatsoever, but you can't stop it. There's no more manly version of football than what Harrison County does. I'll tell you that. But if I tried to do that in Dade County, then I wouldn't be able to run for mayor because all they want is to throw the ball.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought, even though we gave up 34 points, I thought the defense played pretty good because, I mean, you can give him 3 and 4, you just can't give him the 55 like we did a few times. But it seemed like they would get the 3, the 4, first down, and then they were talking first down all night. Just getting yards and offensively, we couldn't block them up front and couldn't get Lester going, and it kind of hurt us. We come out in the third quarter, seemed like we were a little motivated, and I don't know, we just moved the ball down the field, and Burdick actually had the touchdown that we had, and it was a good run. He had a spin and got in there, and some early voting, Coach of the Year. Noah Brown says
that's kind of cheating by Noah, though. I'll tell you what. Lester, I'm gonna miss watching him play too, man. That kid, he's something else. And I mean, some of y'all probably know, but Barry Schrader was the defense coordinator over there at Chattooga. He's like my second daddy. I mean, I coached with him for 7 years, and then Coach Brumley's one of the best guys on earth. But I text Coach Schrader all the time, and I love him every week except when we play Chattooga. So pulling for that guy, he's going to have a good plan to get you in position to make a play. But like you say, when you play in Haralson County, you can be in position all you want. They still going to get what they get. So
yeah,
I was the first year that we started running the offense, and the way I see it is the offense don't change, just the person that takes the hold does. Because Traylon Shepard to Mark Harris to now Clay Hyatt. So I mean, and the thing is I know the statistic hasn't changed as much, because when I was there, it was 98.7% to the right side. and I do know that they throw the ball. We never threw the ball. So they throw it a little bit. So I think that's the only statistic that may have changed. But
Haralson County people are going to have to get on Coach Peavy down there and start throwing that ball a little bit.
Trust me, they are just fine with running the ball.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, we were begging them to throw the ball. We're like, please throw the ball.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, we got a lot of dads that were offensive linemen. So
they like running that thing.
Eddie Chastain, Eli's dad, Cornbread, all of them. I mean, you hear them calling on the radio shows, woo, woo. So I mean, it's a lot of cornbread and butterbean fed boys. I mean, so I mean,
Hurt County got the cornbread and fed boys too. My gosh, that 74 is a dadgum man. I like watching film 55 and 56, 61. Good God Almighty. I don't know where you get all them kids like that who are big like that and can run. I mean, if we can get a kid to 220 pounds, we feel like we've done something.
Yeah, I have to admit, Coach, when I saw Hurt County walk out tonight, I was like, man, it's going to be 49-0.
Yeah.
These guys are
big.
And
see, I knew a lot of people would think that, and I told our kids, I said, they ain't no faster than South Pittsburgh, and they ain't no bigger than Fannin County, and they ain't no bigger than Pepperell, and our kids, I don't even think blinked an eye looking at it, And,
no, man,
but
they came out and played tough.
We knew they were, we knew Herd County was going to be, a dadgum powerhouse coming into our place, and in any other region, they're not going to be a 3 seed. You're playing down there in the SEC of of Double A. I guess unless you take away like Fitzgerald and Thomasville and guys like that, where heck, that's not even fair. But
heck, you add Rockmart next year, so it's going to be.
Yeah. What about Stevens County or Wesley Tankersley and them knocking off Rockmart tonight? I'm in a group text with Coach Warren and Coach Tankersley, so. Of course, I didn't reply when they were texting because they were all happy, and I was still wanting to
Hey,
Coach.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
If it makes you feel any better on that what turned into the 3rd and 15 on that 4th down,
yes,
the way the personnel they had shuffled in, I'm pretty sure they were about to run a fake punt on you.
Well, that's what the other coaches were trying to tell me. I'm pretty sure they were faking it, and That still don't make me feel any better, man. I should have made them earn it with a fake punt, instead of I don't know, but third and whatever it wound up being, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, whatever it was, and we had 2 guys on that joker and perfect position, and I can't think of where a ball could land in a more undefendable spot for a kid to catch a football. It's like I need to do something better with my life, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, that's, kid made a play. 2 kids made a play when they had to, and Daggum 2 out there playing through, his ankle stuff. And it looked like to me, now I could be wrong, he probably wouldn't admit it, but 6 looks like he was hobbled up, and shoot, they just still kept on playing, man. I think 74 was hobbling around a little bit, but they just kept right on playing and punching back. And it was a fun game to watch as far as, 2 teams that punched each other in the face over and over again. And unfortunately for us, we didn't come out on top of it.
And earlier you were talking about the wrestling and stuff with your guys. But if you go back and watch film, pay attention on number 16 on our defense,
Okay.
Huey kid. I was telling Lawrence, not only does he wrestle, but earlier in the football season, on Friday nights, he's out there on the football field, and Saturday nights, he's out there riding bulls. So he's a little kid, but he could care less if you 250 pounds coming at him, because he rides bulls, so he don't care how big you are.
There's a couple of y'all's players bigger than bulls.
Hey, I felt that way in high school. I was just a little bitty old thing. I was a
Little bitty, man. You 6'3", 300 pounds, man. What you talking about, little bitty?
Little bitty old thing.
I met
You
that
might
guy
need to
Dave,
go in politics.
and he ain't never been a little bitty.
Little bitty. He's little bitty, about 280.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I was a nice 6'3", 200 pounds in high school. Okay, just because I'm taking off 120 doesn't mean nothing.
I tell you, the guy I like for y'all, coach, is Zeke.
Oh man,
Is
yeah.
that his name? It's a tough
Yeah,
kid, man.
Zeke Wheeler. Yep.
Yeah.
You see, last year, when by the end of the year, we had lost him. We'd lost Landon Williams. We'd lost a couple of our freshmen that had played in all of our games. I think we had 6 freshmen play last year. And by the time we got to Fannin County, it's like I felt like we were turning the corner, and we beat Chattooga, and then we lost like that went by Wednesday of that next practice. We had lost 6 kids who started in the game against Chattooga to freak injuries, and Landon and Zeke both had to have surgery. So Zeke is he really came alive this year. I asked him the other day, I said, you gonna run the ball next year? He said, well, who's gonna block for me? I said, good point. Good point.
Hey, I'm supporting you. I'm on 1%.
What's that?
His phone probably died.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, 1%. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Who's this? Jake Keller, Dade County over Pepper. Listen, Rick, don't look at that and think I had nothing to do with it. I wish old Tim had stayed on here, because I think he remembered a tweet from me last year where I said Pepperell by more than you think over Fannin County. So last week before we played Fannin County, he tweeted out Fannin tonight by more than you think. And I took everything I had all week not to reply. I don't think that's how it ended, but but they still won, so I couldn't say anything.
Yeah, I saw that last too. I just ignored it. I didn't.
I saw it too.
Hey, if you win, you get to talk. That's how it is.
What's the deal with that Dalton Academy? Do they play football or not?
I don't think they have a football team. No, that's why I think I think Fannin County will be back in Region 7. I don't know if Coach Cheatham would care if I said it, but I texted him and asked him if they were going to appeal, and he said yes. So I would expect to see them back over here. I know I've talked to a couple of people at Rockmart wrestling wise. I haven't talked to Biff Parsons or athletic director or anybody, but he said they think they're just going to stay put in 5AA, that they're happy being over there. So, I mean, if you're Rockmart, you're happy being anywhere. You know what I mean? You're the big dog.
I think it's closer. Some of those schools will be closer than having to come all the way to like Dade County or somewhere like that.
Yeah. You know, Fannin County took us about 2 hours and 10 minutes to get there. It's not much longer than going to Rome. But going to Rockmart, it took us just as long to get to Rockmart because there was no good way for us to get there. And, you know, so I could see where it would be closer for them to just go down 27 and play Haralson County, play Heard County. I guess Heard County would probably – no, Callaway would be the farthest drive from.
Yeah, I think Fannin may actually be closer to the 8AA guys, but I understand why they want to.
Yeah, nobody wants to play Raven County, dude. Who wants to play Raven County?
Well, they're not going to have Gunnar Stockton no more. Not saying that they won't have the next great quarterback in there, but they'll be Stocktonless.
I heard some of the fans up in the stands tonight, Coach, chirping that they thought y'all might appeal to move down to single A.
We were going to. We were talking about it, and I don't know. We got some negative feedback from a couple of people with Region 7 AA, you know, that our athletic director, Coach Cooper, talked to, and he felt like it was a 50-50 deal, and he didn't want to drive all the way down there for, you know, a 50-50 deal. And, we thought we would go down to single A. And here's what it's about. It's not I think we can compete in Region 7 AA. I think we proved tonight we can compete, you know, with Heard County, you know, with the Region 5 AA, you know, maybe not every year, obviously, because we're going to be in a small town, we're going to be up and down, just like every small town should be up and down. But looking at long-term success across the state, like tonight was the third time we've ever hosted a home, you know, a playoff game. We never won a home playoff game. So as far as parity across the state, I feel like playing in single A would give us a better chance to, you know, maybe make an Elite Eight or something like that, or have a better shot at it where, you know, like last year when we drew Region 6, you know, and you had Pace Academy and Lovett and those guys in Region 6, but come on, man. That's a tall order for, you know, a school. We got 620 kids in school, you know, and so you get the Fitzgeralds and the Thomasvilles and, you know, those guys like that, you know, but then I look, you know, and I guess maybe that's just me making an excuse and I need to get better at that. But, you know, Raven County's got 614 kids in school and they're doing just fine. So maybe we need to focus on that, you know, so, but we decided not to appeal it. And, you know, we're happy with Region 7. We hope Fannin County's back in Region 7 and, you know, we're going to go with that.
Man, we talked about it a couple times during the year, and hopefully, I don't know if you'll have them on the schedule next year, and I don't know what they'll be like next year, but me and Lawrence talked about how great it would have been to see that Tryon-Dade County matchup, man.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Coach Patrick today, just briefly in text message, you know, wanting to know what week we're going to play. Because I think the week that we usually play them, I have scheduled Marion County because they lost South Pittsburgh, and Dale had called me, and when he was at Dade, I'd said, I wish we could play Marion County, you know, every year, even, you know, if they wore us out or whatever, just because it's 30 minutes from the house, you know. Yeah. I think it'd be a good gate. And so he called with South Pittsburgh, said they didn't want to play Marion County anymore, and said, hey, so we had actually signed a contract a year in advance for that week. And so I think I'm going to have to see which week we can play Tryon, but both of us want to make that happen. And they've got, I think they lost Best Academy in their region, so they've actually got another week they could plug a game in.
Yeah, they have to schedule 6 games next year. I mean,
the team that we may lose that we don't want to lose is North Sand Mountain because that's a natural rivalry for us. They're just on top of the mountain, and Alabama does something funky with their 0 week, where like this next year, I think everything would be fine. They have the same 0 week we have, but he was telling me if they schedule a 0 week opponent, another school in Alabama, then the next year they have to play them on 0 week. And what happens is this year, if 0 weeks on 8/19, then the next year it's going to start a week later. For some reason in Alabama, they do something funky like that. So for us to play them, I'm going to have to talk to Gordon Lee and those guys and see like, hey, if we play you on this week this year, can we play you on a different week the next year or something? And I don't know that I can make that happen because that's going to mean Gordon Lee's going to have to talk to somebody else too, or Tryon's going to have to talk to somebody else. So I don't know if we lose that or not, but we'll see.
Yep.
But did Tryon? I need to look at the bottom on the ticker, I guess. But they don't play tomorrow, do they?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You still going to that, Lawrence?
I have to work until 8, man. I'll probably just go down to Barron and watch Rome and Johns Creek.
I tell you what, Tryon shouldn't have any financial problems after all the home games they had this year.
They had 7, didn't they?
Good God Almighty, hosting a playoff game, which I know the GHSA takes money off top. You don't, if you're hosting a game, you don't make near as much if you travel, it seems like. But
yeah, it'll be packed tomorrow. I would assume, because all the Chattooga fans that like football will be up there, and
they got a good little culture and a good little.
Tryon's got a good following, regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter works at Tryon. She teaches 3rd grade down there, so.
I just saw where they had a softball player sign with the Vols, man. That's pretty good for a little school like that,
Yes, it is.
She's been dominant for years now. We kind of figured she was going to do something like that. Hopefully, she has a good career.
She a pitcher?
No, I don't think she's a middle infielder.
Okay.
Second and shortstop. I'm pretty sure. She hits. She's a good hitter too. That doesn't hurt, I guess.
How's that day going to be on the mat this year, man? You guys going to win state championship?
That's the plan. I mean, that was the plan last year. We came in second, and this year I feel like with the kids we have, if you beat us, then you earned it. I mean, we have a great senior class, and they've all been wrestling since they could walk. And if I don't make a dumb call like I did, tonight,
man,
I'm trying to stay out of their way, telling them you better pin them because I could screw it up for you. But
how about the basketball court?
We got a basketball court. You know what? I think Dade County's going to surprise some people in basketball this year. Coach Witt Coach Witt's a really good guy, first of all, and he's a good coach, and those kids love him. And you got Brody Slater, Brody Cooper, Everett Christensen, Lord Max Howard. There's a bunch of good kids there.
I always hate to go into Dade County to play basketball. It's like, oh man, buckle up.
And none of them are going to shy away from the ball when the game's on the line. That's one good thing about that group that he's got, and I think that's going to make him a dangerous team.
Oh, hey, Lawrence, you want to start? Want to go back over some of the scores and then talk about the matchups for next week?
Yeah, we can do that. I'll read the sticker as it comes across.
I'm gonna hop off here, fellas, and hit the hay.
All right,
Charles.
All right, Charles.
Charles, tell all them Herd County people congratulations and good luck next week.
Hey, we appreciate it, Coach, and y'all played a heck of a game, man. Don't beat yourself up. Y'all did super, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
You got some kids up here.
Thank you.
I have to agree with Charles too, Coach. Man, it wasn't 4th and 4; it was like 4th and 1.5. Man, I think they were going to fake it.
Yeah,
I was sitting right over here on that side, and
Well, it's like the Fannin County game last week. You wish you had 3 plays back. The one where we blitz and we go flat down the line and Reese pulls it out and runs 60 yards for a touchdown. And as soon as he pulled the ball out of that kid's gut, I knew we didn't have anybody there because we sent everybody. And then we wanted to throw hitch and go at the end of the game, but we wanted to throw it on the left side, but we didn't make that clear enough to Brody. And then the screen pass where the kid just made, I think the Waldron kid got him.
That kid just made a heck of a play, man. He just stopped right in his tracks, read it all the way,
And then the one play that I don't care what anybody up there at Fannin County says or anybody else says. We got that onside kick. It bounced off their kid. It didn't hit our kid. That was our ball. So we get that. It's a dadgum different ball game, man. I don't know. It's just there's always, I guess, when you get done at the end of the night, there's always 3 or 4 that you wish you could do different. Even when you win, you talk about, you look at it, you're like, we got lucky right there that didn't cost us, So that's just the nature of it. Just that one tonight, just because it's final, it's a final feeling, and you feel for those kids that you love, that you've had since 6th grade, and you think the world of, and they've done everything you've asked them to do, and it's just like, it's final, man. It's final, and I know they get over it and they'll bounce back and they're gonna go play basketball and wrestle and baseball.
Deer hunt in the morning. They'll all be deer hunting in the morning, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they may be. Cody will be. I promise you that. He'll be. He coon hunts and deer hunts, and he'll be in the woods sometime tomorrow.
I was kind of hoping to see how that last play turned out, man. I was gonna see what was gonna happen on that one, huh? When he flipped it back to him. Yeah,
we messed up the dadgum exchange, but that's another call. Then you start second guessing. Well, maybe we should have thrown the backside screen because that's what else we were talking about, But heck, at that point when it's 4th and whatever it was,
yeah, you got to pull something out at that point,
Yeah, you got to shoot your shot, man. Yeah. Sometimes you get your shot, sometimes you don't. But I'm gonna go up here and go to bed and let my wife tell me I did a good job.
Sounds good.
All right, man.
Well, you guys, I appreciate you what you do. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks,
Y'all
man.
do a good job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Thank you.
All right, man. Let's go with some of these scores here. We'll get ready to start over here, and we'll run through them.
Yeah.
Double A.
Yeah, this is 2A. This is the top half of the bracket here. Haralson County.
Yeah, Haralson County beat Chattooga 34-7.
And they'll advance to see Northeast, who beat Cook County 42-22.
29-22 over Pepperell. Hurd over Dade. Fannin over Bremen. Fannin's hosting Fitzgerald. Is that right? I
believe that's right. Fannin will host Fitzgerald. Yeah, Fitzgerald won. If I'm not mistaken, it was a close one. I think it was 21-20 over Dodge. Let me pull it up right quick. Fitzgerald Hurricanes.
So if Fitzgerald was a 2 in that region, who
15-6? Excuse me.
I'm curious who the 1 was out of that region. If they were the 2. Thomasville.
Let's see here. They lost to Thomasville, so yes, I would say it was Thomasville.
I'll see some of these scores here. Rayburn County 63-14 over Pace, huh?
Yeah, Rayburn. That's a big one. They are going to they're going to show you something that you don't normally see, and not a lot of teams can throw the ball like Rayburn's going to throw it.
All right, let's see what we got for AAA here.
All right.
Pretty big night for Ringo Tigers, man. Pretty impressive,
Absolutely impressive.
Actually impressive for Daresville, too, man.
Actually,
hanging with a Coney for 3.5 quarters.
Oh, sorry, I should have did it this way so I could show you. There's the top half of the AAA bracket. You got your upset of Rockmart 27-13. We actually, I called it earlier before you come on. We actually talked about this, could possibly happen. And we, earlier in the show, Nick Runyon said that JoJo Haynes and the quarterback were both out. So that really hurt Rockmart's chances there. Daresville was up on Oconee County for a while in that game. Oconee County came back and won 29-22. They'll advance to see Chris County. You got Cedar Grove is going to be in that corner too, so it's going to be tough. In the bottom half, 58-14, North Murray plays probably the favorite to win it all. Monroe area. That's a lot of points. And then Ringo wins 30-21 over Hart County. I had a highlight package pulled up for Ringo a little bit earlier.
They'll be heading to Thompson. I think if they win that Thompson game, man, they got a pretty good shot at making the Final Four, really, with Appling and Cherokee Bluff up there.
Yeah.
Dawson County over Sandy Creek.
Yeah, I seen that. Dawson County pulled a win over Sandy Creek. Pierce County will face Dawson next week. It's 56-19 over Windsor Forest. Going to 4A. LaGrange over Baldwin. Let's see, from around here. Central scored 28 on Riverdale, but lost 49-28. Jefferson was defeated by Happville Charter 12-10.
Wow.
So I know Jefferson is normally one of those teams you look for to make it a couple rounds deep in the playoffs. Carver beat West Lawrence 22-12. They'll play Happville Charter next week. Luella squeaked by Heritage 20-13.
Yeah, that score was 13-13 late, I saw.
Yeah, they're gonna Luella will get Benedictine. They beat Thomas County Central 59-0. They may become your favorite. I don't know. We'll see here.
Check out that game in the second round. Cairo at Cedartown.
Yep. Cairo beat
New Hampstead
33-21.
And for those that had Cedartown in the 49.5 tonight, Cedartown disappointingly did not cover the spread. I think they covered it in the first half.
Well, that was a comment that I made when we were walking out of Haralson County Stadium tonight. I told my wife, because I drug her down there with me so I didn't have to drive by myself. I said, "Hey, we covered the spread. 34-7 is a 35-point spread." Anyway, Flowery Branch beat Mays 33-28. Perry beat Hardaway, so Perry will have Flowery Branch in that side. Northwest Woodfield got a 3-point win over Fayette County. They'll get Bainbridge next week.
They get to travel down to the Florida state line.
Yeah, Bainbridge, that's going to be a trip. Never know there.
I think that bracket sets up pretty well for the Bulldogs, man, to make the Final Four at least.
Yeah. 5A, I think we had a 3 out of 4 win from our local 5A region.
Well, 4 if you count the Wildcats from Villa Rica over there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that
42-14, man.
That's a big win. St. Pius beats Cass 42-9. Creekside beat Coffee, so they'll play St. Pius. Lithia Springs beat Apache. They'll play Whitewater, who beat Ola 19-16. Blessed Trinity wins pretty big over Southwest DeKalb 41-20. BT's one of those teams that could make a run. I could see them that and Woodward Academy. That's going to be a good matchup. You get past that, I think you could go to the next round. And this top left over here is incorrect. It has Lithonia 59-10. And we spoke about it earlier. Me and DJ spoke about it earlier that is incorrect. Cartersville actually won that game, and I believe it was 49-0 or something like that. It was pretty bad. Let's see here.
How about that game in the second round, though, man? You got the number 1, number 2 team matching up in the second round.
Cartersville won 51-0.
51-0.
So they will get Warner Robins. They beat Jonesboro 64-20. And if I would, this is one that I would circle right here. I think probably one of your most interesting. If you think about it, it probably is going to be the best game to watch next week so far that I've seen.
I think that one on the right hand side over there is pretty good too, though.
Calhoun and Ware County.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
I agree. Calhoun beat Decatur 35-21, and Banneker scored 28 on Ware, but Ware beats them 42-28. I don't know much about Ware County. I just know that they're one of the favorites. They're in the top 10. I know. Warner Robins, they're normally a powerhouse down there. And we know that our 1A games and our 6A games are tomorrow night. I may end up at trying. If not, I'm gonna definitely watch it on.
Yeah, if for some reason I get off work early, I'm gonna go up to trying. But if not, I'm just gonna head over to Barron since I'm here anyway.
Yeah, you right next door, right?
Yeah. And we'll give a special shout out to Seth Reese, man, before we go tonight in Fannin County.
Yeah, I heard that he had a big night.
Yeah, I saw a comment somewhere down here where he had 300 total yards with 5 touchdowns.
That was a huge win night. I mean, that's
probably one of the most shocking scores tonight for me is, Fannin 45-14 over Bremen.
I mean, I can't say that I didn't have some conversations with people talking about how Bremen could possibly pull the upset. I mean, I did not pick Bremen, by the way, in the pick 'em. I picked Fannin. The second round matchup, with Fitzgerald, that's going to be a very interesting matchup.
That's who put Fannin out last year in the third round. I can't remember what the score was last year.
I do not think that. Don't get me wrong, Fitzgerald is a good team, but I don't think it's the same. I think they lost a little bit from the team that they had. They still have a good team, obviously.
I think they have a linebacker that's committed to Georgia, possibly. Or Florida State.
Possibly. Who'd you say his name was?
Linebacker for Fitzgerald. I'm not sure who he is. Let's see what we got over here.
Let's see. I'm looking down through here. I got a Robert Brown. That's 6 foot 205.
Yeah, that don't sound Georgia-ish, does it, huh?
You said he's got offers from
I'm thinking Georgia, Florida State, Auburn. Can't remember where he's committed to. I thought he already committed somewhere. I was thinking it was Georgia, but it might be Florida State. You see a lot of the guys.
Is he a senior?
Yeah, he's a senior.
Okay, so it's definitely not Robert Brown because he's not a senior. They don't have their stats online, or you could probably find
E.J. Lightsey, number 8. 6'2", 210 linebacker.
I got you.
In life, there are people.
Let's see where he's going. Lightsey.
That's an interesting last name. Yeah, he definitely has a 247 account. He's a
University of Florida commit.
A 3-star, a Florida commit.
Yeah, he's a Florida commit. So it'll be
Yeah,
fun next week.
that means by next week he might be a dog because all of them's jumping ship lately.
Yeah.
I know 2 in the last 2 weeks, I believe. I know they got another commit today, and that projects Georgia as the number 1 recruiting class.
It'd be fun to see him and Seth go head to head a few times next Friday night, huh?
Yeah, I would say he's probably quick. He's listed as the 44th best player in Georgia, the 49th best linebacker in the nation, and 474th best player in the nation. Class of 2022. Let's see here. He's committed to Florida, and on November 6th, he just took an unofficial visit to the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Poor old Dan Mullins, man. He ain't gonna last long down there, huh?
You know, it just seems like every coach Florida ends up getting, I don't like. I never liked Spurrier. I really didn't like the dude from Ohio State, and he's Urban Meyer. Never liked him. Even though we have one of them on our staff now at Georgia, Muschamp. I think I liked him more than any of the others, and that was just because we whooped Florida's butt when Muschamp was there.
Yeah, Greg said good job, man. He'll catch us next time. I guess he's got to go to bed and get ready for the Bowden game tomorrow. I think he's a big Bowden fan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
it is getting late, but I mean I don't have anything going. I'm just looking through the.
I got to go in here and get some sleep, man. I got to go pick my son up in the morning.
Got an early morning.
Yes, sir.
Picking
up youngsters.
Oh boy!
All right, man. I'm gonna slide out of here, and we'll see you next time. I tell you what, man. Right. Let's try to do a playoff show this week on Tuesday if we can.
Okay, and I don't have a problem with that, and we'll maybe by Tuesday they'll have the region alignments figured out, and we can talk about the new regions and everything. Because right now it would be pointless to try to talk about them because it could change.
Yeah.
I honestly did not expect that next day after we did that for those alignments to come out. I think what they did with AAA is basically what they should have done, I believe. I know RJ and them are not very happy. I don't know if they're going to try to appeal or not, but I don't think they were very happy getting stuck in that region that they did. But
yeah, because they're going to have to travel pretty good ways, I think.
Maybe we can get RJ on here to give his thoughts on that. On shoot for Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
All right, I'll try to round up cast and crew, and might even get, depending on what happens in 8A and the other regions, I might get Potluck to join us. They were out of town the other day, or they would have joined us. And also Darlington, if Darlington wins, the voice of Darlington, I think on, excuse me if I'm wrong, I think it's WLAQ or something like that, Matt Davis. He was going to join us the other day, but he had something come up as well. So maybe we can get him on here Tuesday. Give you some fresh faces.
Yeah, yeah. Tired of seeing us ugly mugs on here every week.
Yeah. All right.
All right, man. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you.